Hello everyone, my name is Si Sun, and this is Yiliu, Zhang Danfan, and Meng Yili. Today we are going to a presentation about Toyota's Crossroads ethical leadership in the global auto industry. We are analyzing the ethical dilemma experienced by Toyota and evaluate the CEO's style of leadership and the decision made by Akio Toyota during the crisis period to analyzing the effectiveness of leadership strategies and the consequence of their action on the organization so that we can provide a recommendation to improve leadership and management standards in case of similar ethical dilemma in the future. Moreover, we will review the relevant leadership theories and models to understand their case better and make a conclusion on the importance of responsible leadership when handling such situation. So now I will to talk about Toyota Motor Corporation. It's a Japanese multinational automotive manufacturer which has established itself as a global leader in the industry since its founding in 1937. Toyota is distributed in area including like Asia, Europe, and North America. Ideally, the company's success can be attributed to its commitment to continual improvement and its focus on delivering value to customers through efficient production system and cutting-edge technology. Toyota's global operations encompassed a vast network of manufacturing plants, research and development centers, and distribution channels, enabling the company to cater to the diverse needs to customers worldwide. The man at the helm of this global organization is Akio Toyota, the company's president and CEO, who has been instrumental in steering Toyota forward toward success and navigating various changes. He has been with Toyota since 1984 and has held various leadership positions with the organization under his leadership. Toyota has embarked on the transformational journey, embracing new technologies such as electric cars and autonomous driving, while suggesting its commitment to sustainability and corporate social responsibility. I think you should know you should know about a situation Toyota has faced in recent years. The company has dealt with a significant ethical dilemma that has threatened its reputation and raised questions about its commitment to customer safety. Here's the thing. The issue revolves around the sticking accelerator, a flaw that led to unintentional acceleration in some of its cars. In 2009, the Lexus was involved in an accident. Investigation showed that the accident resulted from a sticking accelerator, which made the car accelerate uncontrollably. The organization has been accused of being slow to act on the problem and putting money ahead of customer safety. At first, Toyota blamed the problem on the mass, but the truth was that the accelerator was struck. So, in 2009, Toyota recalled 6.2 million cars. To be clear, the accelerator stinking problem not only endangered the safety of Toyota customers, it also called into question the company's ethical principles and the decision-making system. Government officials, customer rights organizations, and the media have criticized the company's crisis management. Okay, so that brings me the end of my part. I'm now going to hand you over to Yiliu.
Thanks, Sujia speech that covers background and introduction. Next, my name is Yiliu. I'd like to move on and discuss what is Okio Toyota's ethical dilemma. About Okio Toyota was tasked with navigating the ethical dilemma caused by the stack accelerator problem. Toyota's leadership style and management system were constitutive factors that significantly impacted Toyota's successful handling of the crisis and organization. Toyota's encouraged employees to strive for excellence and showed Toyota's leadership style is manifested in the firm believe in Gentry Boost, which involves direct interaction and making the right decision. This best practice has proven Toyota's style and has become Toyota's leadership practice. The stack accelerator situation really put Toyota's leadership ability to the test. Primarily, he was criticized for his slow reaction and not took the initiative to bring the problem under his control. Aimed to the crisis, Toyota didn't appear in the public eye, which only increased questions about his leadership style and the quality of his decisions. It wasn't until the media and government representatives demanded action that Toyota's final stepped up, own up to the company's mistakes and vowing to find a solution. Toyota's decisions to recall millions of vehicles and stop production when he learned about the stack accelerators problem shows the significance of customer safety and his willingness to take immediate action. Nevertheless, critical emphasized that the decision was made late and that the company should have reviewed its initial response, critically maintained that its leadership model characterized by the laid-back approach and an over-reliance on consensus building might have hampered the company from responding early to the crisis. Another side agrees that Toyota's emphasis on the consensus building and the gradual change may have played a role in the company's delayed response to the crisis. In the Japanese workplace, decisions need to be made through discussion and agreement, which can prolong the decision-making process. Nonetheless, a rapid and coherent action is needed during the crisis to prevent further demand and regain trust. Although he was criticized in the beginning, Toyota's management during the late stage of the crisis was applauded for his openness and accountability. He presented in front of U.S. Congress while he answered questions about the company's procedures and pledged to do everything he could to restore the trust of consumers and stakeholders. Was a turning point in the crisis. Toyota's crisis experience also triggers Toyota's decision matrix reform, while the company went for a more decentralized structure to allow for faster decision and response times. This demonstrated Toyota's readiness to return crisis lessons and modify his leadership to convey the organizational circumstances of emergencies. Thanks for listening. That concludes my presentation. Next up is John Danfan's speech.
Thanks to your presentation. I'm Jonathan. Based on the previous analysis, it's up to me to present the third part, organizational impact and recommendations. The sticky accelerator crisis had a significant impact on Toyota. It affected company image, financial performance, and internal functions. Negative publicity flowed with the media and the consumer, arguing that Toyota was no longer committed to quality and safety. This led to a loss of consumer confidence and decreased sales as buyers hesitated to purchase Toyota vehicles. The emergency events have far-reaching consequences for Toyota. The company had to recall millions of vehicles worldwide, incurring substantial costs. Additionally, Toyota faced numerous lawsuits and legal settlements related to the sticky accelerator issue, further impacting its financial performance. The crisis also affected Toyota stock price, with share falling sharply after recall and negative publicity. Now, let's take a look at what was happening inside the company during this crisis. Internally, the crisis is post-weakening in Toyota organizational strategy and the decision-making process. The company's centralized management style and emphasis on constant building may have contributed to the slow response to the crisis. Additionally, communication breakdown between different levels of the organization and across the region hindered Toyota's ability to adjust the problem on time and effectively adjust the problem promptly. So, what can Toyota do to improve its leadership and management standard in the event future ethical dilemma? Well, there are several recommendations the company should consider. First, promoting transparency and communication, encouraging employees at all levels to speak up about the potential issues and concerns, and ensure clear channel for reporting and addressing problems. Second, decentralize decision-making process. Empower regional and local measures to respond quickly to emerging issues rather than rely on centralized authority. They invest in increased management training. Provide lists and measures with the scale and knowledge to effectively handle crises, including communication strategy, risk assessment, and decision making under pressure. Ne- Next, prioritize customers' safety and satisfaction. Design a customer-oriented safety and satisfaction strategy, and make it the central point in the business decision process. Furthermore, it should be communicated everywhere. Finally, regularly renew and update risk management plans. Evaluate the possible harm and sustainability regularly, and create detailed plans to mitigate them. Okay, I will hand over my teammate Meng Yili. She will introduce us the theoretical framework and key findings.
Thanks to Jiangdan Fan presentation. My name is Meng Yili. Let's take a look at how leadership through and models can help us gain valuable insights into Toyota's situation and articulate Toyota's leadership behavior during the crisis of the staking accelerator. Another through is the situational leadership model, which considers leadership as adapting to the conditions and the needs specific to a situation. Regarding Toyota, his initial response to the crisis can be seen as the delegating style characterized by a hands-off approach. and relying on subordinates to handle the problem. However, Toyota returned to a more authoritarian style as the situation deteriorated and the public outcry increased, taking over and giving clear instructions. Further, leadership using stakeholders through stated that leaders should include the parties with stakes in the company's interest and needs while making important decisions. The hardest thing for Toyota was making a trade-off between customers' needs, shareholders' interests, employee welfare, and regulators affected by the crisis. Toyota's action of bringing the president's attention to the customer's safety lead to the recall of vehicles at a huge cost, which illustrate leadership regarding multiple stakeholders. Hence, this crisis reflects the relevance of ethical leadership. Where you act and direct others based on the organization's ethic. The public apology by Toyota in response to the issue and the dedication to solving the problem at hand highlights his readiness to accept the company's mistakes and consider ethics over immediate financial gains. Adapting your leadership style is crucial. When dealing with crises, leaders need to have a dynamic mindset that enables them to change their methodologies depending on the issue and the environment in place. Moreover, a good leader develops an ability to adjust and with the different interests of every stakeholder. This is even though this contrasts with one another. Therefore, ethical leadership and accountability are essential attribute for maintain trust, and leaders should integrate ethics into their leadership philosophy and take responsibility for what happens within the firm during thunderstorm. Transparency and open communication are integral in crisis management. And subsequently, the most significant was leaders should devise ways through which they set communication channels to rely appropriate, accurate, and clear information and avoid losses to their integrity. To conclude, an auto company Toyota Day that experienced a start accelerator critical event showed a remarkable picture of the top management role in handling the ethical dilemma situation and the organization's resilience. Applying leadership through our models as a can of glasses to view a crisis can enable leaders to understand what the crisis really is and how they should be guided effectively in times of trouble. In the beginning, Toyota faced significant criticism for being implicated, promoting an examination crisis response management that demonstrate concern for customer safety, stakeholder engagement, and ethical decision-making. Ethical mastership of the premiership is exactly what is required today for corporations dealing with tough and difficult issues and enables companies to succeed and stay afloat. Thank you for listening. Any questions?